Okay, just a few more things to know about customers and sales before we move on. Some basics. Okay, so we've created invoices. That means that we have billed our customers. We've created sales receipts, which means that we had cash customers. The invoices means that a customer owes you money and has not paid you. So when they do pay you, what do you do? Well, we follow along this line and we can click on the Receive Payments button. This is when a customer makes a payment. The customer payment window opens up. Now we would choose a customer that owes us money. So let's choose Jamie Smith, and notice that what comes up down here is her invoice. So all of the information is already in here for what she's going to pay. So if she's going to pay the entire invoice, we would put a check mark next to it. So she's going to go ahead and pay us the entire invoice. You notice that you can choose how she's paying us. We're going to say she pays us with a check, and we're going to say that we can even keep track of the check number that she paid us with. So we're going to hit Save and Close there. So now our customer Jamie that did owe us money on account has now paid us. Okay, so let's go see what that looks like in the register. I'm going to go to List, Chart of Accounts, and I'm going to look at the Accounts Receivable account. So I'm going to double click on that, and notice that we have a transaction for Jamie Smith in the amount of $27.25, and notice that it says paid. And also up here is the actual payment amount, and there is her check number that she paid with. If you wanted to go and look at the transaction from here, you could click on it, double click on it, and it would open up the customer payment that she paid with. I can also double click on the actual invoice. Notice they're coded invoice or payment, and then we could look at her original invoice. Look over here to the left. There is a green leaf with a check mark in it. It says the word paid and the date that it was paid. So now Jamie Smith no longer owes us any money. She has a zero balance with us. Notice that we do have a customer that does still owe us money, and it shows an invoice for Harry Mills for $110. Okay, so I'm going to close the register. I'm going to close the chart of accounts. We're going to look at some reports that have to do with customers. I'm going to go to Reports, and then you can go to Customers and Receivables. One of your important reports is going to be your Open Invoices report. So I'm going to click on that, and that shows you any invoices that are still open, meaning any invoices that have not been paid in full. So as you can see, we have one invoice that has not been paid in full. And then you can zoom in on that with the little magnifying glass. You can double click on that, and it'll take you to the original invoice. Of course, it's not due yet, so that's okay. I'm going to close that, and I'm going to close the Open Invoices report. We're going to click on Reports. I'm going to go to Company and Financial and look at your profit and loss statement. Notice your profit and loss statement, you have your income is recorded. And so this shows us our profit, or the money that we made from which account for the month of January. You could also change the dates up here at the top if it was for a different date range. But I can go ahead and double click on this here, and it'll open up another report and tell me exactly who ordered cleaning service. We had cleaning services for our cash customers, and we had cleaning services for Harry Mills. So I'm going to close that report. And then you subtract the cost of goods sold. Cost of goods sold would be for the gift shop and vending sales for those gift baskets, because that's how much the gift baskets cost us, which gives you gross profit, and then all of your expenses would be deducted to give you a net income or a net loss. In this case, we have a net income. I'm going to close that report, and let's see. We can also look at Customer Balance Summary. So we can click on Customer Balance Summary Report, and it will show you a summary of all the customers that owe you money. Let's look at a customer balance detail report. Now the customer balance detail report shows all the customers that have owed us money, including the one that paid us, and it shows us that she had an invoice for $27.25, and it shows that she paid us $27.25, leaving her with a zero balance. Now it shows Harry Mills up here, and he still owes us in accounts receivable, as you can see, $110. There has been no payment on account. And so that's just a quick look at some of your customer reports.